beliefs are fucking up your results in every area of your life, right? There's one thing that is responsible for all of the results that you have in your health and your fitness, in your relationships with your wife, with your kids, in your business, with the money that you're making, right? There's one thing that is responsible for all of the results in your life, and that is your mind, right? And a lot of people work on their mindset, but because your mindset that influences your thoughts influences your emotions influences your actions, and your actions influences your results. So it would make sense to work on your mindset, right? Yeah, I mean, it would make sense, but it doesn't work. That's not how it works. Let me see if I'm going live. Let me see if this is working. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going live. So yeah, that's not how it works, right? By working on your mindset, you're not really working on your mindset. You gotta go deeper, right? So what influences your mindset? If your mindset influences your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, and your actions, your results, working on your mindset might make sense, right? It makes sense, but it doesn't work, right? So you gotta go deeper than that. So what influences your mindset? Your mindset is influenced by your identity. Your identity is influenced by your beliefs, and your beliefs is influenced by your stories, the stories that you hold on to. If you've ever asked the question, um, if you've ever asked the question as to who am I, who are you, who are you really? Have you ever asked yourself that question? If you go down the street and you ask 100 people, who are you? 99% of them are not going to be able to tell you who they are. Who the fuck are they, right? That's one of the most important questions in life. Yet we don't know. You don't know who are you. In short, the person that you are right now is made up of the stories that you believe the most, the stories that either you told yourself or that other people told you, the stories which you believe the most. So you are the stories that you tell yourself or that other people tell you, and you have believed the most, right? So if you were told that you were stupid growing up and that you wouldn't amount to anything great, that you would be a failure and that you would be a fuck up, then no wonder why when you're old and you're trying to not be a failure, you're trying to amount to something great, you can't. You just keep on running in circles, right? So in this video, I'm going to be talking about how your beliefs are fucking up your results and why working on your mindset is not working. And for that, I'm going to give you a story of mine, right? So I became an entrepreneur about 2 years ago, seriously about a year and a half ago. And since then, I've invested over $100,000 in myself, in my self development, getting out of the pit, getting out of the hole that I was in mentally and emotionally and spiritually and physically. And so yeah, for the longest time, I was stuck not getting results. I was stuck not making any money. I was stuck not getting anywhere, just running in circles, just burning my wheels and not getting anywhere. And I was working on my mindset. I was working on my skills. I was developing myself. I was investing into myself, but I wouldn't get anywhere, right? I had an amazing mindset. I was really energetic. I was really positive all day. I was an action taker. I was a doer. I would wake up early. I would do the work. I would work hard, but none of that seemed to be working. None of that seemed to be working because when I was about to get a breakthrough in my business or a breakthrough in what I was doing, I would always seem to go back to where I started. I would always seem to take a stupid decision, make a stupid thing, do something stupid, which would self-sabotage my results and would bring me back to where I started and not get any results. So I figured out that it was not my mindset that was holding me back. I figured out that my mindset was not what I was supposed to be working on. I was supposed to be working on my beliefs, on the stories that I was holding onto in the back of my mind subconsciously, right? So I'm about to show you something very embarrassing. So here we go. So this picture right here is a picture of me crying, obviously, right? When I found out that I was going to be the father of a premature child, of a premature baby that was going to be born at 5.5, 6 months of gestation. She was going to be born prematurely. So this is me right here, crying when I found out, right? I was crying. I couldn't believe it. And it was terrible. I felt like my life was going to end. And this was because of the stories that I had been told all my life growing up. The stories that I've been told about this were holding me back. It was holding my results back. I was holding myself back and nothing was working. So what were the stories that I was told? So my mom had me at 16 years of age, I believe. And she had me at a really young age, and she didn't finish middle school. She never did anything significant with her life. She didn't amount to anything great in her life. She was a failure. She had, she went through several divorces, several failed relationships. See, she suffered a lot, right? And this was her story. Her story was that if you have a baby at a young age, you're going to fuck up. You're going to be a failure. You're not going to amount to anything great. You're not going to do anything significant with your life. And you're going to be mediocre. That was the story that she was telling me growing up, right? Because growing up, I was that type of boy that would have a girlfriend, and then the next week would have another girlfriend, and then the next week would have another girlfriend. Well, I was that type of boy. So growing up, she always told me that story. She used to tell me, Alex, don't get anyone pregnant, because if you do, if you get someone pregnant and you have a baby at a young age, you're going to be a fuck up. You're not going to amount to anything great. You're not going to do anything significant with your life. You're going to be a failure. That's what that was what she used to tell me, right? That was the story that she used to tell me. And that story is not true. It's not that having a baby, right? It's not that having a baby causes someone to be a fuck up or causes someone to fail or causes someone to be mediocre. It's not that. It was that wasn't true, but that was true for her, because I was born, and guess what happened to her? She didn't finish middle school. She didn't amount to anything great. She didn't do anything significant. So that story was holding me back. Now I became the father of a premature baby at 18 years of age. And now that I was trying to do something significant with my life, now that I was trying to create a business, serve people, help people, become better and better, make money, do something great with my life. Now that I was trying to do this, I couldn't. And no matter how hard I worked, no matter how early I woke up, no matter how disciplined I was, I kept on running in circles, spinning my wheels, not really getting anywhere, working really hard, but not really getting anywhere, and self-sabotaging myself as soon as I was about to get a breakthrough and get some results. Now that I was trying to do something great with my life, I couldn't, because I had that belief deep down in my subconscious mind. I had the belief that if you have a baby at a young age, you're not going to amount to anything great. You're not going to do anything special with your life. You're going to be a failure, and you're going to be a fuck up. And that belief was holding me back. And another thing was the shame, the pain, and the guilt that belief was causing me, because I was living proof of that story was true. That story isn't true. We already discussed that. That story isn't true, but it was true for the person that was telling it to me, right? And I was living proof of that story being true, because I was born, my mom had me at a young age, and her life was a fuck up. She didn't amount to anything great. She didn't do anything significant with her life. So I was living proof that story was true. And subconsciously, at a deep inner level, I believe that it was my fault for my mom's suffering that caused shame, pain, and guilt, which caused self-sabotage, which caused for me to not be able to get the results that I wanted in my business, the results that I wanted in my marriage, the results that I wanted with my kid, with my daughter, because I resented her because I thought that she was holding me back. And this belief was causing me to be fucking mediocre, right? For the longest time, no matter how much I invested in myself, no matter how hard I worked, no matter what I did, I was holding myself stuck because of that one belief. So now, my friend, if you are a young businessman, a young married businessman in your 20s, you're trying to make your marriage work. You're trying to be a good father, a good husband, a good entrepreneur. You're trying to make your business work. You're trying to make your own life work, trying to stay in shape, trying to have a connection with yourself, a connection to God. And you're struggling with all of these areas, and you seem to be overwhelmed, and you seem to not be getting the results that you want in your life, in your marriage, in your business. You seem to, no matter how hard you work, you can't get anywhere. You can't keep on moving forward, and you don't know why. It might be because of that. It might be because of the stories, that you're telling yourself at a subconscious level, in a deep level. The stories that are forming your identity, the stories that are forming your self-image, the self-image that you have about yourself, which are influencing your results, your mindset, your identity. That, my friend, might be holding you back. So if you are a young businessman in your 20s and you're married, you have a child, you have a family, and you want to have it all, not just the money, not just have money, but have shitty relationships and get home and hating your wife and hating your child, or have a good relationship with your wife and your child, but being fucking poor and being fat and ugly, right? If you want to have it all, my friend, it's time for you to rise. It's time for you to dig deep into what's causing shame, pain, and guilt. And I would love to help you. So if you think you're stuck, if you feel stuck, if you feel like no matter how hard you work, you can't get where you want to go, something might be keeping you stuck, keeping you running in circles. And I would love to help. Okay? So let me know in the comments. Shoot me a message. I would love to talk to you. And I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Let's get it done.